So this example says, using the sine law, determine the measure of an angle. Okay, solve for a to the nearest degree. So what we're looking for, and sometimes I'll circle it or I'll do something to indicate this is the angle that I'm looking for. Now because we don't have a right triangle anymore, we're not going to do any of the opposite. There's no hypotenuse. That's only for a right angle triangle. So what we're going to do for this one instead is we're going to make sure that this is big A, so I need to label this one with little a. Big B, this one is little b. Big C, this side is little c. Okay. So remember, what we need to find an angle is we always need one known set. And what I mean by set is the one. We need an angle and the side across from it. And we're definitely going to use that. So it looks like from this diagram that we have angle B and we have the corresponding side B. So we're definitely going to use that. Now remember the formula. A sine A equals little b sine of angle B equals little c sine of angle C. We don't need to use all three of them. What we do need is we need to use the one that we're looking for, obviously. Okay, we need to find angle A, okay, which is this one. So we're going to have to use this set. And we have a known pair. Okay, we have the angle and the side length across from it, so we have this. So we don't actually need to use this part at all. We're only going to use the A and the B part. So we're going to use A divided by sine A equals B divided by sine B. So this is the only part that we actually need. So now we can substitute our values in it. Because we've labeled this nicely, it's really quick and easy. We don't know A. Really quick and easy to substitute our values into it. So now we need to rearrange for A. A couple of ways you can do this part right now. The one we want is on the bottom. We hate it on the bottom. We don't want it on the bottom. It's not helpful at all. So one way you can do it, get the A on the top, is by taking the reciprocal of both sides, basically taking each side and flipping it. So flipping this, flipping this. So putting sine A on the top. Remember, what you do to one side, do to the other. So as long as we do this to the other side. I prefer to use this method. Some people use cross multiplication. Okay, cross multiplication would be fine as well. That was all reviewed in the rearranging equations section. So if you need to go back and review that, please do. Okay. So now we need A all by itself. We need to get rid of the 1.9. Multiply, do the opposite. It's being divided, so we're going to multiply both sides by 1.9. So we're left with sine of 127 divided by 2.6 multiplied by 1.9. Now at this point you can calculate this as a number and then move the sign over. Rearranging big things doesn't really, I don't mind doing it at all, but if you would rather just calculate this, this would just be, this is just some number here. So we're going to calculate it. Sine of 127 divided by 2.6 multiplied by 1.9 is equal to, so this is all equal to 0. The only thing with doing it like this is 836. If you just punch this value in later, you've rounded your answer a little bit, so it's not going to be as accurate. And then what we're doing is we're taking, okay, so I'm going to have to, I don't like having to do this, but sometimes it's going to happen. I'm going to continue this up here. So A is now equal to sine negative 1 of 0.5836. Okay. So A equals, and I'm going to use the fact that my calculator has stored this answer for me. So when I click sine negative 1, I'm going to hit second, or alpha, my calculator. If you can find that, that's a handy tool. It basically just pulls up the last thing that your calculator calculated. Equals, A equals 35.7. And if you read the question again, just to double check, solve for A to the nearest degree. that means no decimals. So we don't want any decimal places. So we're going to round this to 36 plus 36 degrees. And we're done.